There's a tape circulating right now that's making a lot of people deeply uncomfortable. And it's not because of what's in it, it's because of what it sits next to. Erika Kirk is currently the CEO of one of the most powerful conservative organizations in America. She stepped in front of cameras after her husband was shot and killed and told the world, "You have no idea what you have just unleashed." Composed, untouchable, a public figure operating at the highest level. But before all of that, before the movement, before the marriage, before anyone knew her name, there was a completely different version of this woman on camera. And those tapes didn't stay buried. The more people dug through archived footage, old social posts, and unsealed documents, the more a timeline started forming that nobody has cleanly explained yet. And once you line it up properly, the questions get harder to ignore.
There is no person who can look into Erika's life and make the claim that she was not trying to be famous. As I have said, I don't know any women who have never dated a guy that was normal. Like everybody that Erika dates has some degree of fame and publicity.
I love it. I'm all for it. I'm up for anything. I want to learn. I want to be able to use this opportunity and harness all the things that I can learn from it and be able to just inspire.
I think it's a coincidence that like this happens to be the university that Jeffrey Epstein was pouring all of his money into, by the way, and he's facilitating models from Romania beginning in 2009. Do you think all of this is just one big coincidence and we are the conspiracy theorists?
The earliest piece of footage that resurfaced was an audition tape, purportedly recorded sometime in the early 2010s, of Erika alongside a man named J.T. Massey, a minor league baseball player she was allegedly dating at the time. The energy on that tape is completely different from the woman people recognize today.
Everybody that Erika dates has some degree of fame and publicity already in their lives, and that clearly attracts her. And that just is Erika's life. It's a fact of Erika's life. And like I said, she lies all the time.
She's playful, flirty, pushing a kind of on-camera charisma that reality TV producers actively look for, not the reserved, faith-forward image she's built since. According to people who went back through her archived Instagram posts from that period, the relationship may have been more serious than casual. Some captions and photos reportedly suggest the two could have been engaged at some point, though that was never publicly confirmed by either of them.
In March, we know that Erika is going to begin dating somebody else, and his name is J.T. Massey, and he's a minor league baseball player because she's not dating nobodies. Okay, she wants to know what you're going to.
But here's the part that caught a different crowd's attention entirely. Around the same period, a second audition tape surfaced, this one for a fashion competition series called House of DVF, tied to designer Diane von Furstenberg, which reportedly ran from 2014 to 2015.
I think we know each other pretty well, but I'm sure the strain and the different challenges that Amazing Race would bring out, you don't really know what to be prepared for. So that the fear of the unknown would be kind of a conflict. Kind of see what to expect out of the person when they are at that level of sleep deprivation or at that level of stress.
And watching it is a completely different experience. She openly admits on camera that she has no formal fashion background and no technical skills.
Really handsome.
You look gorgeous. Are you fixing I got a little bacon. Babe, that's deep in there. Give them a cleavage. People want cleavage. Showcase it.
Sells, babe.
Sells. That's me.
That's against our religion.
It's not within the confines of marriage.
But then she pivots. Instead of fashion knowledge, she sells something else. Total adaptability. And she drops a specific line that people online couldn't stop replaying.
Calm, cool, and collected. I have my pretty boy right here for that.
Cold as ice.
As cold as ice.
I love when you pet my face.
I know your beard's really soft.
Yeah.
But yes, pick us. We will not let.
And that line is where the conversation shifted from entertainment to something harder to shake because of who Diane von Furstenberg's social world connects to. According to reports and documents that have been publicly referenced, her son Alexander von Furstenberg's name appears inside what's been identified as Jeffrey Epstein's private contact directory, known as the Little Black Book. And it doesn't stop there. Photographs from the mid-2000s, which have circulated in investigative reporting circles, allegedly show Ghislaine Maxwell, Epstein's convicted associate, attending DVF fashion events during the exact years his network was reportedly operating across Manhattan and Palm Beach. Nobody is claiming Erika knew any of this when she walked into that audition. But people tracking proximity, the names, the events, the overlap, were starting to notice a pattern. And that pattern gets more crowded the further back you look.
I don't. We need.
What? We're checking the line? Oh, okay. No, we're checking the line. Roll camera one!
She competed in the Miss USA system and won Miss Arizona USA in 2012, which placed her inside a pageant organization that was, at that time, owned by Donald Trump. She competed nationally. According to multiple observers, pageant circuits at that level function as high-access networking pipelines, connecting contestants with modeling scouts, casting directors, media executives, and sponsors who move in circles most people never see. After her win, Erika reportedly moved into casting work herself, allegedly evaluating and selecting talent. That detail, on its own, means very little, but critics who spent years investigating how Epstein's network allegedly operated have consistently pointed to modeling and pageant circuits as reported recruiting channels for young women. That context is what people were filing away. And then came the charity. Erika and her mother Lori reportedly launched an initiative called Romanian Angels, a gift-giving project described as non-profit humanitarian work for orphaned children in Eastern Europe.
Auditions for this show, which we think is Diane von Furstenberg, had a show called House of DVF. It's fashion, which ran for 2 seasons from 2014 to 2015, and Erika auditions for that as well.
On paper, it looked exactly like what it was described as, but then Erika gave public thanks to a U.S. Army colonel named Otto Buscher, crediting him with helping facilitate the project.
I'm at a great point, just career-wise to be able to take on this type of endeavor. And I feel like I have something very unique to offer this whole experience in general. Like I said, I'm very coachable. I'm very trainable. And I'm the type of person that I don't need all the time in the world to get.
That name became a problem. According to reports, not confirmed by a court in connection to Erika, Colonel Buscher was later accused of allegedly operating a brothel involving minors. There is no proven connection between Erika and those accusations, but the public acknowledgement of his role in her charity work is documented. And around the same time people were revisiting that connection, unsealed financial records from lawsuits tied to Epstein's foundation reportedly surfaced containing a $30,000 payment traced to a Romanian bank account through Epstein-affiliated channels. According to investigative reporting, Romania had been identified as a source region within Epstein's alleged sex trafficking network dating back to at least 2009.
I don't know how to sew and cut. I mean, I can sew a pillow together, but I can't take fabrics and create this couture dress. That's not me. But I'm able to see design. I'm able to pick up on certain things and be able to put things. Like I said, I'm very coachable. I'm very trainable. And I'm the type of person that I don't need all the time in the world to get ready. If you say you got to be on a plane in a half hour and you have to pack your stuff and go, I'm on it. I'm kind of like a gypsy. I don't mind. I don't mind living out of a suitcase. I'm used to it, and that's something that I'm okay.
Then, September 10th, 2025 happened. Charlie Kirk was shot and killed at Utah Valley University, and the grief was real and immediate. But while most of the public was focused on mourning, Candace Owens went in a different direction entirely. According to reports, Owens released what she described as documented evidence, allegedly a detailed spreadsheet she claimed connected Erika's Romanian charity work, military figures, and broader allegations surrounding sex trafficking networks. The accusations were direct, they were damaging, and they spread fast. The two sides went public with competing statements, and by December 2025, a reported 4.5-hour sit-down between Owens and Erika Kirk reportedly took place. After that meeting, Owens walked back portions of what she'd claimed. Erika's team called it slander, denied all of it, but critics noted something important. That meeting produced no documented answers on record to the specific allegations that had been made. The retraction came. The resolution didn't. And here's the thing that keeps pulling people back. Before he died, Charlie Kirk was one of the most publicly vocal figures demanding the full release of the Epstein files. He named it. He pushed for it repeatedly. It was a stated priority, not a passing comment. Since Erika took over as CEO of Turning Point USA following his assassination, she has spoken extensively about carrying forward his mission, his beliefs, his causes, his name. But the Epstein files? According to public record, she has not addressed them once. Not a reference, not a mention, not a single acknowledgement of the one issue her husband was pushing hardest in the months before he was killed. People notice that silence. And in spaces where investigative communities gather online, silence next to this particular timeline doesn't read as neutral. Here's what's confirmed. Erika Kirk won Miss Arizona USA in 2012. She reportedly worked at the Corcoran Group, a luxury real estate firm that, according to publicly available DOJ-adjacent reporting and online investigators, has documented ties to Epstein property transactions and to Les Wexner, one of Epstein's most scrutinized alleged associates. She launched a charity that operated in Romania. She publicly thanked a military figure later facing serious allegations. She auditioned for a fashion competition connected, several degrees removed, to people whose names appear in Epstein documents. None of that is charged, none of it is proven in court as connected to her. But when you place all of it on the same map, the coordinates keep landing in the same territory, every single time. What nobody has answered cleanly is whether any of it is actually connected, or whether one woman's ambitious early life just happened to brush against some of the darkest networks of the last 2 decades by coincidence. When the trial moves forward, when more documents get declassified, when more archived footage surfaces, and it will, the picture either gets clearer or it gets more complicated. Right now, it's sitting exactly between those two possibilities, and that's the most unsettling place for a story to live. So here's the question worth sitting with. If Erika Kirk truly is committed to continuing everything Charlie stood for, why is the one thing he was loudest about the one thing she's gone completely quiet on? Drop your thoughts below, because this one's far from over.